myself and of course Eric as well, we will all be out and looking for some sightings where we can pretty much record, and I will keep everybody in the loop. I'm sure Tristan as well. So yes, these impalas are looks like that female got away and the male was not too happy. He's chasing her now. And the rest of the herd is just following. They just like follow. But yes, thanks everybody for joining us on our Sunset Safari on this beautiful Sunday afternoon. And thank you so much for all the comments and the questions that you have sent through to us today. Hoping that we could answer as many questions as possible. I'm hoping that you had just as much fun as we did. But yes, from this lovely herd of impalas moving towards the open clearing, from the Wild Earth team, from Muscles and Paw and his little teddy bear. Yes, his little teddy bear. And from myself, to everybody, have a wonderful evening further. Good night.
This program features live coverage of an African safari and may include animal kills and carcasses. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hello and good morning everybody. Welcome to your very own sunrise safari on the largest virtual safari vehicle in the world. It is good to be back with you all. My name is Amy and behind the camera with me is Paul. There we go. And we have found a small herd of impalas here on the plains, looking a little bit nervous and a little bit chilly. You can see how they are all standing quite close together, and their coats are not as shiny as they usually are, and that's because all their little hairs are standing up trying to trap in some of the warm air. Just like us, I've got my big coat on this morning. It's a lot chillier than it was yesterday, but there's not hardly a cloud in the sky. There's a little bank of clouds on the horizon, but for the most part it is a beautiful clear day. And very shortly the sun will rise and we'll have the first rays of golden light hitting these impalas. You can just see the little flicks of the tail, heads up and down. Hi Calvin, you say you have a feeling that this morning is going to be wonderful. Absolutely, I agree with you. It's a beautiful day out in the bush and I think we are going to have a great day. For those of you who may not know, this is a live and interactive show, so please do make sure that if you would like to, you can send through your comments and your questions, and there are a few ways that you can do that. Either pop your message into the YouTube chat stream, or send them through via the Wild Earth app or the Wild Earth website if you're registered. Otherwise, you can join the conversation on X using the hashtag WildEarth. Well, I do see a giraffe in the distance straight ahead of us. It's not the greatest view, but it is a giraffe. It's moving. There we go. In the distance. It is a giraffe, everyone. Hooray. Alright, well, maybe I'll see if I can get a closer look of that giraffe. But for you all, go look at what the weather is doing today.
Well, what a start to a Saturday, a cat today, as we are sitting here with a beautiful male lion, and he is just resting here on the big open clearing here on Ajuma Private Game Reserve in the world-renowned Sabi Sands. Good morning, everybody. My name is Cedric, and behind the camera with me on the Sentinel, we've got a panda. Yes, well, what a way to start Saturday cat today. And, well, the whole thing started out like this morning. So, 3 o'clock this morning, there was not lions, hyenas going crazy. It sounded like the hyenas were fighting with something, not with one another, but with something else. And at 3 o'clock when I walked outside my room listening to the whole commotion, I didn't hear any lions or anything else, just heard these hyenas going crazy. And then I went back to bed. I couldn't fall asleep because almost about 4:30, the hyenas started doing the same thing again. They started fighting and going crazy. And by the time we actually did our checks, before we went out and drive, we realized, I said, yeah, there must be, maybe, it doesn't sound fighting with one another. It must be a lion, maybe wild dogs. I thought, well, it's too early for wild dogs. And so, yeah, we said, okay, let's come to the open area. And just south of our camp, and boom, shakalaka, here we have got a male lion. Looks like one of the Kambula males. It looks like K4 to me. He is part of a coalition of 4 brothers, and so it looks like he might be all by himself here at the moment. I don't know exactly where the other 3 are. But he hasn't been contact calling, he hasn't been calling at all, so just going to keep our eyes open this side. Sherry, yes, thank you so much, and well, so nice having a lion right here on our doorstep as well, so which is fantastic. We didn't have to go too far in locating this male, and so yeah, and you can see quite relaxed. Not really doing too much. Now, why were the hyenas fighting? I don't know if they were fighting with him. Maybe the other lions could be in the area. I'm hoping maybe Amy would go around on this clearing. Maybe she'll go to the southern side, western side, just to double check on some tracks. Maybe she picks up on other ones. But yeah, for now it's just this one male, just resting, just having a bit of a cat nap for the morning. And I'm sure that once it starts heating up, once the sun comes up and it starts heating up, this male lion will move off to a shady spot, or maybe he'll go down to Ngari Dam, which is not too far from here, go for a drink. So these male lions are around about 7 years old, so about 7. So it is at that. All right, thanks, Jordan. All right, so these male lions are 7 years old, and so it is at that right age where, they are pretty much trying to claim a territory. So this area used to be, or still, it's difficult. The lion dynamics has been very, very strange over the last couple of years, especially when the Voca males have disappeared. Dark mane passed away. There's 3 male lions: dark mane, blondie, and mohawk. Dark mane and blondie passed away, and then they left with 1 male mohawk, and then he moved off with his sons, and then this area was pretty much vacant for other males. And then the Black Dam male lions, 2 male lions, came in here October 2022. They came into this area. they started kind of taking over this side, and we thought, okay, well, these two guys are going to be the new dominant boys. I mated with the Nkuhuma females, and they did what male lions should do, and then all of a sudden the Kambula males, this guy and his 3 brothers, decided to come in as well. And well, if you got 4 against 2, well, I guess the coalition of 2 is definitely going to lose. You've got 4 boys, and one of these Kambula males have now rather decided to set up shop here in the northern Sabi Sands. Morning, Matt. Matt, we just located on one Madoda and Gohola here on quarantine, just south of our camp. No, it didn't copy me there at all. I think it's my button to not. Sorry, Jordan, go with those comms again. I did not pick up on anything there. Nicola, no, look, it won't come into account. I think lions less so compared to a leopard. A leopard is one of those ones that'll come through the camp. I mean, we've had Tulamba, we've had Marips, we've had Mulwati, all those leopards coming through the camp. But the lions tend to rather avoid coming in into camp, and they don't want to have any interaction with humans, and if there's noises, if there's lights on and all that, they avoid it. They rather kind of just move past the camp area. But yes, it's not always the case. I was working at one of the lodges there to the east. We had the Styx Pride coming right through, actually between the rooms. So, as I say, it does happen. But I don't think they are like a leopard is more a chance taker when it comes through the camp areas.
We have an exciting announcement. Wild Earth is launching a YouTube membership program. For a nominal monthly fee, members get an ad-free channel, prioritized questions, early access to videos, and many more perks. You'll get fun features like badges and emojis that'll make you stand out in the chat. YouTube memberships will help us to continue with our mission of connecting people with nature while giving you access to lots of our amazing content.
With that, Paul.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you. Thank you.
He's very grateful. No, it was beautiful. That was stunning. I love a giraffe. I'm so happy to finally see a giraffe. I've been saying this whole time, I can't come to Djuma for 2 weeks and not see a giraffe. Oh, thanks, Itzy. Indeed, I'm so happy. And what a beautiful morning to find them. The colors are just so contrasting against all the green vegetation. And this morning light is just showing him off in the best possible way. Oh no, don't go, don't go. No, it's going to come back, it's going to come back. Hooray. Oh, it is slowly sort of moving backwards and sideways away from us. So we might lose the view quite soon, everyone. I'm sorry about that, but these animals will do and go as they please. Okay, Mr. Giraffe, thanks for giving us that little show. It was lovely to see you. There was a second one, everyone. I think it's also moved away already, but there were two of them together that we could see. And I think basically with that male lion around, they've turned around and headed in the opposite direction. Now just in front of us there's some little spur fowls that are coming down the road. It's actually quite sweet. Sorry, franklins, crested franklins. In the morning they're also just waking up. You can hear a hyena in the background, quite far away. Alright everybody, what a wonderful start for us this morning as well. But you head over to Cedric and Kay for the lion.
Well, as you can see, the lion has moved off, and we are just left with the devil's thorn flowers. Beautiful little flowers that's coming through. Oh, isn't it stunning? It makes the area look quite colourful at the moment. I love it, and I think, oh, he's still there. I'm just joking. Yeah, he's still resting. So yeah, this is a Kambula K4. This male must have come all the way from Elephant Plains area during the night time, headed straight east here onto Djuma. Just remember, they can cover ground very quickly, very quickly, easy. His brothers are the other Kambula males. They are pretty much south there towards Mkumbe area, and it's quite far south from where we are. You're looking at southern side of the Sabi Sands, almost the southern side of the Sabi Sand. So yeah, that's right. So they have been a bit of a split up. Very interesting. A bit of a split up. Not good. Absolutely not good for a coalition of male lions, because what happens now, he's all by himself. So if the black day males come now, then now we must remember they're sticking together as two, and if they bump into this male, they're going to chase him, and if they get hold of him, they could kill him. And I've seen male lions killing other male lions, and trust me, they don't take it lightly. So it's very important to stick together, and that's why I always used to love the certain coalitions like the Mapochos, the 2 male lions, Kingitel, Mr. They stuck together. The Majingalans, those 4 males, wow, that was my favorite coalition out of all coalitions. They stuck together most times. They would never, hardly ever split up from one another. They would make sure that they've got each other's back. The Birmingham boys, you look at the Birmingham boys, those 5 male lions, when they came into this area as well, they also really stuck together. So, you do not want to be caught off guard. And now for this male lion being by himself, a little bit risky. Maybe that's why he's not contact calling, or maybe that's why he's not roaring at all. So he doesn't really want to give his location away. He doesn't really have that backing of his brothers for now. But, as I say, over night time, they can quickly pick up on one another's location and they can reunite again. But for now, it looks like this male has apparently been by himself for a couple of days or several days away from the rest of his brothers. And they have had a confrontation with other male lions about a week ago with the Plains Camp males. Oh, 2 big male lions from the west. Big boys. I've seen them before when I was working at Idubi, when they took over from the Tumbela males. And those are 2 big boys. And apparently the Kambula males had a bit of a confrontation with them about a week ago, just over a week ago. Clearly some nice battle wounds on his side there. Tell me more. Yes, beautiful mane on him, eh? He is absolutely stunning. Nice. I love that mane coming down on the shoulders and towards his back area. Really stunning boys. It would have been nice if we could get all 4 together. But still young guys, as I say, just really starting their dominance now, and the age of 7. Hannah, how do they name the lions? It depends on the areas. So the Kambula name, I think the Kambulas come from, they come from Mala Mala side. Mala Mala is just another property further southeast of us, or actually south and southeast of us. And they pretty much come from that area, or from that pride, the Kambula pride. So I think they just call them the Kambula males. So it also depends on the area, where they come from and all that. Each one has, each coalition gets a name for a certain reason. We have to go through all of them. Mapochos means security, same as Majingalans. So Majingalans, those four male lions, they got the name because they were like the security guards of this area. So that's what call them, Majingalan. Majingalan, it's the security, the bouncers, And that's how they got their name many years ago from one of my good mates, Ryan Johnson. He gave them that name, the Majingalans. And then the Birmingham coalition, because they came from the Birmingham Pride from the north. Evokers from the Evoker area, Evoker Pride as well. So more like coming off from that pride, I think. That's how they get the names. Not all of them, but some of them. Kimberly Lopez, you said you would not doubt if he was trying to kill a hyena this morning. This male has been seen grabbing a few. Yeah, that's why hyenas, they don't like male lions, and very possible. You're very right there. Very possible. When male lions and hyenas, we call it nocturnal enemies. Because they are enemies. Hyenas, they're very scared of male lions. They do not want to deal with them at all, because male lions are hyena killers. We might do a little bit of a loop around. What do you think, Panda? Get a front shot of him, man. I was agreeing. All Alright, we're going to try and do a little bit of a loop around here. The sun is coming out, so we might get a nice light on his face. No, Jordan, just wait. Sorry. Okay, don't worry. He's just got his head up and that light is hitting him. But anyway, don't worry.
This is On Safari.
Look at that. Look at those scars on the face. Wow. And now you can see that nice puncture wound just above his left eye there. So maybe like a claw or a canine or something that went just above his eye. Luckily it did not go into his eye. He could have lost his eye very easily that way. But you can see all the scars there. And that's the thing about the lions here, in the Greater Kruger Park. There's a lot of confrontations, a lot of battles going on between coalitions, males trying to take over, females not accepting them. So there's always a lot of scarring that comes due to that. And that's what I love about the Greater Kruger Park. I absolutely love it because, it all runs as it should. You've got new males coming in, fighting for territory, pushing other ones out, saving the females, saving their cubs, and that is what it's about. It is a perfect, how can I say, system that works here in the Greater Kruger Park. So it's not like we've got only one male lion in the park and he's never fought with another male. And that's when you usually get lions with a very clean face, no scratches, nothing. They look like the Brad Pitts of lions. But this guy, oh, look at that face. Oh my word. Yes, handsome boy. Handsome boy. A lovely mane on him. And look at that stare. Yeah, so 50, sometimes the battle scars on their faces actually make them look like, lions. That's them, that's what they do. That's their lives. It's battling for territory, protecting territory. But isn't he gorgeous? Look at that mane. He's got such a beautiful mane. It's like Panda was just saying, it looks like he just climbed out of a shower. Had his mane all shampooed, conditioned. I think he wants to look like Panda, like Panda's mane. He's trying very hard, yeah. You can see he's just listening out. I'm just waiting for him, maybe just to stand up or something. Maybe we can see if he's got any other scars. Happy Brett, I'm not too sure. He could be on by himself, maybe because he needed to move away from that area. Maybe he could have been moving with females, trying to mate with a female. So very possible, Happy Brett. It does happen. Those things always happen. But at the end of the day, I'm just hoping that he rejoins the rest of the pride, and he comes into contact with them, or the rest of the coalition. Sorry. Comes into contact with them. There's another vehicle that's just making their way into the sighting. I do apologize about Trisha. Yes, it's a true Catterday today. Saturday Catterday, what a way to start it. And we haven't had lions on Jimmer for a while, so it's so good just to have this stunning, gorgeous, magnificent boy that is lying just here south of our camp. Perfect. Yes. And he's really showing off this morning. And funny enough, I thought maybe after breakfast I was going to do a little bit of a walk around here, but clearly I'm not going to do that anymore. I shall avoid this clearing. Oh, he's going to get up. Get up. Yes. Let's see. He's looking magnificent, everybody. Oh, stretchy. There was contact calling there. Hey, that was amazing. There's a lot of contact calling there, so it looks like he's moving straight now down. All right. Wonderful. This is amazing. Okay, let's just go past here. Oh, let's just watch out. Oh yeah, I'm on Sentinel. Maybe I must just watch out the things. Alright, what I'm going to do is going to try and get into a nice spot where we can go around him. I do apologize for... There is another vehicle ahead of us, but... Sorry my boy, I'm not going to try and get there. Let me just go around. Hopefully I don't get a flat tire. No flat tire needed now. You're right there, Panda. Let's hope we don't have to grab the camera by hand and walk behind him. Hopefully we don't get a flat tire. Alright, Jordan, just stick with us. Just stick with us, because we're going to get a beautiful walk by here. Alright, he's still coming down the road, so we get a nice walk by this side. Hopefully we don't get another vehicle in sight here, but let's see. La da dee dee. Alright, I shall turn here. Oh, Darcy Miller, yes, it's Wild Earth's 17th birthday today, and wow, what a way to start the 17th. Oh, he's gone straight into the bush. Alright, don't worry about that. What a way to start. Anyway, we're going to go that side, Panda. We'll make at least we turned. Let's see, maybe he comes out again. I just want to see. He's coming. Oh, look at this, Panda. This is going to be amazing. Look at this. Wow, wow, wow. He's heading straight towards Gowrie Dam. And look at that light on him. Oh my word. And he's coming straight towards us. Yeah, the impala's alarm calling behind us. Now they see him, but he's sniffing out on something there. You can see he's picking up on a scent of something that was around there. Maybe contact calls now for us. Let's listen. You think I was going to go? Let's quickly go around for the last little walk by there. Yep, that is now beautiful, everybody. That is what it's all about. Sorry, Jordan, I didn't hear what you said there. I'm just trying to get through this whole situation, yeah? Oh, impalas all running here. Impalas, you hear that noise in the background? It's Impala's alarm calling. They see him coming. He is contact calling now and again. Not doing a typical roar, not a territorial roar, but it's more contact calling for his brothers. And Sometimes they'll go on these elevated areas where they can hear, or where the sound travels much further. Danny, Anna, this is amazing. This is absolutely amazing.
This morning we did have some lions. Cedric's probably going to follow that one.
Okay, everyone, you know that thunder's a bit of a no-no for us. Oh, it's attacking the monitor lizard. Let's just watch this play out. She's trying to protect her babies.
Shook the birds out of it. He's going to push this whole tree over. No ways. Casual. And look how he's looking at us. Guys, that is unbelievable.
Sorry about that, everyone. We will be back live with Cedric as soon as possible. But in the meantime, you're stuck with me. We have headed all the way east on Djuma from the western side, and there have been reports of a lot of vulture and hyena activity in the area. So I've just, as quickly as I can see a vulture there on the tree already. I'm just going to move forward and see if we can show you. Oof, but the sun is going to be, there's just a silhouette there of one. Oh, it's just one vulture. Anyway, there's one vulture in the tree. but apparently quite a bit of hyenas calling around here this morning and that sort of thing. So another guide got hold of me and asked me to come and help check it out. So that is what I'm doing. And we are keeping our eyes open for any signs of anything. There's been a lot of hyena tracks in the road this morning. Cedric mentioned early hours there was a lot of calling and screaming and all sorts of things by these hyenas around our camp. So who knows what's going on in this area. Also just going to check our boundary on the eastern side called Cheetah Cut Line. Apparently there's also been a lot of activity around there. So I have to keep listening to the radio in case someone gives any updates. But an awesome morning. Apparently there's been some beautiful views of that male lion. We actually saw him on our way out as well. So what a beautiful male. First time I've met K4. So he's a gorgeous, gorgeous male lion. Wow. But he's contact calling, which is interesting. Don't know. Trying to find his brothers, trying to find other lions that he knows are in the area. Usually that contact call isn't super loud like a roar. So I'm not sure. Didn't see any other like big male lion tracks or even a pride of lion tracks on any of the surrounding roads that I drove. They don't always have to walk on the roads. They can just walk on game paths in the bush. So far just that one vulture, everyone. Haven't seen any others. But with all the commotion last night, I wouldn't be surprised if there's some sort of a kill that took place. I don't know. We shall see. You're not going to catch anything if your line isn't in the water. So I'm glad we're in the area. Take it slow, check everything out. See if we can spot anything. Also would be a great morning for some wild doggies. And Paul's also keen. He's also keen. He's also looking out for wild dogs. It's been a while. We might also just check around Buffelshoek Dam this morning after we've checked this block. Water is always a good attraction for animals out here, and often you'll find tracks either leading to or from sources of water. Haley. I mean, I think the most rewarding is definitely cats. I mean, if you're able to actually track down and locate them, that is very cool because it is so hard. And they hide away so well, and sometimes it doesn't make sense that the tracks just disappear. You can't see them where they should cross, they don't cross, and it can get quite frustrating. So I think that Haley is definitely the most rewarding if you can do it successfully. But some of the bigger animals, which are a little bit easier just because of their size, is a lot of fun. For example, I really enjoy sometimes heading out on drive and seeing fresh elephant tracks in the morning or the afternoon. And you're actually able to follow them, and then you find them at a waterhole, or you find them in the bush. You're like, that was nice. And even giraffe, actually, we had tracks of giraffe the other day. Unfortunately, they headed over the boundary into another property, but that's also very clear if they've walked in the road, you know, where they're heading to. So those bigger things are a lot of fun as well. But cats are the most rewarding by far.
We have an exciting announcement. Wild Earth is launching a YouTube membership program. For a nominal monthly fee, members get an ad-free channel, prioritized questions, early access to videos, and many more perks. You'll get fun features like badges and emojis that'll make you stand out in the chat. YouTube memberships will help us to continue with our mission of connecting people with nature while giving you access to lots of our amazing content.
Well, welcome back everyone. We are Heading down Chitakatla now, looping around this block just to check if there's any signs of anything. There are signs, fresh signs of elephant in the road. Actually, have a look. Well, that's pretty cool to show everybody. There's the dung, and then you can see that sort of almost looks like a giant snake track in the road, like a huge python or something went there, but that's actually from an elephant's trunk as it's walking. Pretty impressive. Probably a big elephant bull was walking here this morning. It's on top of all the vehicle tracks. And he dropped some poop along the way as well. Cool. I can also see a few little Jenna tracks and things like that in the road from last night, but we are going to finish covering the block. Just wanted to show you that because that's actually very cool to see. But yeah, we're just taking it slow, making sure we check everywhere here if there's anything that we can follow up on. But otherwise, yeah, we'll actually turn around and head up to check around Buffelshoek Dam. And then maybe we'll head to some of the other water holes, just to make sure we're covering all of Djuma this morning, in case, who knows where Maribs is headed to. So maybe he's still around the Twin Dams area, we shall see. Maybe we'll actually do that first and then turn around and come back up north. I know Cedric was on his way to Treehouse Dam this morning, but of course he never made it there, as he found that male lion right on just next to the road. All right, well, speaking of, head back over to Cedric and that lion.
Thank you, Amy. I'm not moving from here. Well, we did have to. We unfortunately, we just had a bit of a connection problem here, so we just had to get old Showmax, our tech guru, this side to get the connection back again. And yes, we're all up and running, and still here with the Kambula male. So now, interesting things. I was just listening to the radio now. We were talking about the Plains Camp males that actually had a run-in with the Kambula males, and guess what? The Plains Camp males have been seen not too far, yeah, on Shirley's. So they've come quite far east. It's actually the furthest east I've heard those two male lions have come towards the northern Sabi Sands. Very interesting. But you can see he's also picking up on a scent somewhere. There's a lot of activity here somewhere. Something's happening. And I want to see if Amy can just try and maybe get down to Treehouse Dam, because it sounds like a lot of things. Hyenas are calling Treehouse Dam. There's a lot of noises coming from that side as well. So I'm just letting Jordan know that she needs to head to Treehouse Dam. And when I talk about the Plains Camp males, as I said, I saw them 3 years ago when they just took over the western area from the Tumbela males. Those two boys are big male lions, and they actually come in from the Kruger National Park in a place called the Plains Camp area, and that's exactly where those two males come in from. So Yeah, it'll be interesting. It's just like there's so many coalitions here at the moment. It's, you know, to try and fathom out who is keeping area, who's moving, who's going. It's a tricky story at the moment, but we're trying our best. And once again, thanks to a lot of you folks at home or wherever you're watching from for a lot of the information coming through as well. So it's nice getting some info from some of you and keeping us as well informed about certain goings of the line dynamics in the Sabi Sand in general. So yes, donkey. Last time for Mohawk and his sons, last I heard was on Elephant Plains, and that was like 3 weeks ago. 3 weeks ago, then they went south, I think they went south. I'm not too sure, that's the last I heard. That's me personally. So maybe somebody else heard something more recent. I'm sure Jordan will pick up on the comments that will be coming through, and she'll let me know. You can still see those males, still now and again lifting up his nose and trying to sniff out the the air at the moment. Maybe he's trying to pick up on something that's coming through, and they've got a fantastic sense of smell. All I smell is just fresh air, but clearly he picks up on much more than we can. Maybe we can convince Amy to jog around quarantine today.
I'm sure she do it.
Yeah. Clearly, Jordan is not finding that funny at all. You still hear that again, huh? It sounds like hippos actually fighting. Oh no, it's elephants. It sounds like elephants that's actually chasing something around there. I just say, it sounds like maybe Philemon's cut line. Philemon's cut line, Treehouse Dam Junction, that area. Sounds like elephants aren't happy there at all. Wow. Thank you, Giraffe Girl. You say so they went back that side again. So Mohawk and his sons went all the way back east into the Kruger Park to Rhino walking safaris. Wow. I remember they were there about a month, maybe a month and a half ago. They were that side, and then they came back into the Sabi Sands, came all the way to Elephant Plains, and looks like those lines went back east again. No, I've actually got a good mate that works at Rhino Walking Safari, so I might actually try and get hold of him today to see if he's got any information on those lines.
This is On Safari.
Hi everyone, I'm so sorry about losing Cedric's feed there. I'm actually making my way up to that area to replace him so that they can work on the vehicle. But we are going to head past the area that Cedric was talking about where there's been a bit of activity in case anything's there. We did have a hyena in the road in front of us. It was a bit far off, just so you know. We were behind a hyena. It turned off a little ways back. It might be heading up to all the commotion, I'm not sure. So an exciting morning this morning. My eyes are watering from the cold wind. We've been running from east to west. We've gone east, we went north, and now we're going back west and north again. So yeah. Wendy's been doing very well. Very, very happy about that. Ah, Sandy, indeed. That is one beautiful lion as well, oh my word. Absolutely gorgeous. Just hold on here, everyone. We're going through a bit of a dip. And this side. You still there, Paul? You still here, everybody? I love this old girl, but she's not the most comfortable, not the most able to smooth over the bumps. But she does the job very well. We're nearly there, everyone, probably about 3 minutes or so. Luckily, I'm getting to know these roads very, otherwise, sure, we might have ended up somewhere else. Quite the adventure. I hope you all are enjoying yourselves. Alright, well, while we make our way to this line, you can go have a look at a clip all about lions and their family structure.
Most cats are solitary creatures, with lions being the only exception. A pride consists of 4 or 5 lionesses and their cubs. The whole pride will protect and mentor these youngsters, often carrying them off and saving them from their own curiosity. Bonding between the adults and the cubs often shows these cats' cute and cuddly side. Contrary to what popular culture would have you believe, male lions are not part of the pride and live in coalitions. Young males leave their prides in their adolescence, brothers and cousins roaming the wild in search of a territory of their own. In time, the males settle and look to fortify their feline lineage. Although lazy when it comes to finding their own food, males have an endearing bond with their cubs. But conflict is never far off, as stronger youngsters are always on the horizon, lying in wait to take over territory and claim a pride for themselves. Territorial disputes not only disrupt the peace, often result in casualties, as the new males will attempt to kill the existing cubs to exert their dominance. It is an awful sight, but pushes the females of the pride into estrus, allowing the incoming males to state their claim and further their own bloodline. The dynamics displayed by these social cats are intriguing and ever-changing, a contradiction of cuteness and feline ferocity.
Hi everyone, we're just arriving here now. Just wanted to check exactly if I can see anything. Tambeta house, this side. Okay. So we're just going to drive slowly. I don't want to arrive with too much. Oh, there he is. There we go. Okay, I'm just going to position for us, everybody. Don't want to put a shadow on him either. Where do you think will be good, Umpo? Hello, boy. No, of course not. Oh, let me get his eyes, then you can see his beautiful face. All right, everyone. We have arrived. And there we go. Here he is, enjoying the beautiful morning sun warming up. Even me, I'm enjoying the morning sun warming up. That was quite the drive. My hands feel like little ice blocks. I'm going to defrost them here on the steering wheel. And you've all just been watching a clip about lion family structure. And yes, this is a mature male lion, and he is part of a coalition called the Kambula Boys, I believe. One of 4. And they patrol and control the territory. Technically not part of the pride, but they can be seen together with the prides in their territories. Jenna, a honey-coloured hunk. Quite the use of alliteration there, well done. interested to know what the other 3 males look like. This one he's beautiful. His mane isn't that dark though. You know, it's dark, but it's not black there. Sometimes the more dominant, the more sort of oldest and strongest within a coalition or something like that would have a even darker mane than this particular male. So I'm interested to see which one of the 4 would be dominant, because even within a male lion coalition you would have a hierarchy. And so between the 4 of them there would be a most dominant male, and then they would fall in underneath that. And sometimes they will even compete with each other. I want to say fight. They're not going to fight till the death. After all, they are on the same team. But the others would be submissive within some sort of order. Luckily there's a breeze today. I just saw him flicking his tail, and the flies are not as bad today, Paul. We have been struggling over the last week and a half. Sandy, I can only give you an estimation, but it is based off of sort of some, let me say, an educated guess. I have, not myself, but I have chatted to people and other guides who have been on conservation excursions where they've had to dart a male or relocate male lions and weigh them, and a big dominant male in an area was weighed, and he weighed 220 kilograms, and I would say that this particular male is not far from that. So I would say around the 200 kg mark, plus minus. The max weight is around 220 kgs. That's sort of what's understood to be the sort of big weight, the the weight of a big male lion. But I think some of the Kalahari male lions, who we know are particularly large, could probably even get up to 250 kilograms. I think in pounds, that's about 520 pounds or so, something like that. This line is almost exactly where we started off the show with those impalas this morning. They have, with obvious reason, left the area. Anna-Marie, yes, absolutely. I must say, with not being based permanently at Djuma, it's something that I'm very interested in learning more about with all the dynamics, but I know, of course, with this coalition, then you've got the black dam males, which is a different coalition. So, shoo, it is interesting how territories are constantly moving. At the moment, definitely this, if this Kambula male is going to scent mark around this area, then you've got the black dams that were also seen on the property. So what's going to happen with that if they pick up each other's scent? It's interesting. But I've just noticed now, above his eye there is actually a wound. Seems to be an open wound there. It's a bit of blood. It looks quite dark with the shadow, but I'm just looking with my binoculars. It's a bit red. Not super fresh, but that was from something. You can actually see on his face some of the scars and things like that, and that will also leave a scar there. Maybe it was from a claw to the face, maybe around feeding time. Scratched above the eye. He's had a few close calls around that eye. Look at those scars. He's lucky he hasn't lost his sight in one eye yet. That is such a beautiful shot. Dark Main Lover it is. It is a lovely morning. Slightly breezy. Quite a bit of wind today in comparison to some of the other days that we've had. But I'm not complaining. I'm very grateful for the cool breeze and then the lack of flies that come with that. Oh, hello, boy. Sure. He's actually got a few little nicks on his face. Almost looks like some of the other smaller ones were from where ticks would have been. They've been pulled off. Oh, beautiful. I love how the light catches his eye like that.
We did have some lions. Cedric's probably going to follow that one.
hope everyone enjoyed those beautiful scenes from the waterhole in Namibia. We have been enjoying our scene too of this male lion just resting every now and again. There's a little eye open to the side, but for the most part he's looking very relaxed. And actually some impalas about 200 meters away up ahead of us. Love how the sunlight really shows all the different colors of this tawny cat, from the very light around his face all the way to the dark around his mane, and then even on his body, the different patches of dark and light. And the little black dots that you're seeing on his body, they're all flies. Sometimes there's so many that it looks like a blanket. Annabelle, maybe. We didn't hear any lions roaring. Did you hear any lions roaring? No, Paul didn't hear anything. But probably not now, to be honest with you. Maybe this evening we'll hear him roar, and we'll maybe hear a response. That could be very cool. Hopefully this is his spot for the day, but he might just move into some shade. So it's great for now until it sort of heats up. In a few hours it'll get a bit warm for him, and I'm sure he'll maybe just go behind this termite mound or into one of the bushes close by here, where he'll want to sit in the shade, but not too far. And then we'll probably be able to find him again this afternoon if nothing too dramatic happens in the area. And then without a kill here or anything like that, he should move. That's generally the pattern. And maybe he's moving in the direction of his brothers or the rest of the coalition mates. Maybe he's got a pride in mind. He heard them at a certain point and he's trying to contact them. But the coalition will split up. They will go and cover different areas, St. Mark and that sort of thing. It's not unusual to find members of the coalition on their own, or two of them together, or completely all separate. I got some info from Giraffe Girl, thank you very much, just to let me know that he has had interactions with other lions, including mating with at least one Nkahuma lioness. So it's good to know that K4 is, interacting with other lions, including the Nkahumas, which is quite a well-known pride of the area. So yes, lion dynamics are interesting and ever-changing. Now his belly looks healthy. It doesn't look huge like he swallowed a beach ball. It doesn't look like empty, that he hasn't eaten in a while at all. Maybe he ate 1 or 2 days ago. Looks very, very, normal, let me say that. He's not skinny at all. But I wonder, those impalas are not far. He doesn't look interested in them at all. But he would take the opportunity if they came any closer. I don't know if they're aware of him here. And there's quite a few bushes in the way, the grass as well. There they are. Usually if they have spotted the lion, they will alarm call. Though the wind is actually blowing in their favor, in that it's blowing from left to right. And I'm just wondering if they're going to pick up on his scent anytime soon, and there will be a reaction then. But I mean, he is not hunting at the moment whatsoever. Well, everyone, for those of you who don't know, we will be doing a time change on the 2nd of May. That is next week, Thursday, the 2nd of May. And on safari will be from 2:30 to 3, and then the sunset safari will move to 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. because of light. It's getting darker much earlier now. And then live at the Waterhole show will be from 12:30 to 2:30, also from the 2nd of May. And then from the 15th of May, which is in about 2 weeks' time, we'll also be changing this time of the sunrise safari, which will be 6:30 to 9:30, immediately followed by sights and sounds of the Waterhole. Straight after that from 9:30 to 11:30. So only the sunset safari, and on safari changing next week, Thursday, 2nd of May, half an hour earlier. And then from the 15th of May, the sunrise safari will be shifting half an hour later as well. Actually getting quite overcast now. The sun's gone behind the clouds. Sure. Glad I've got my jacket. Oh, definitely roaring, Raymond. It is so impressive. Oh my goodness. It is something that it's really special, and there's no other animal out here. I mean, leopards do rasp, but lions are just so much bigger and their calls are so much louder. So that behavior, oh, it's just incredible to be able to witness that close by on a vehicle. Sure. I also must say that I admire the dynamics of the pride when it comes to lions. The unity between lionesses is really beautiful, and something to appreciate. When it comes to cats, it's really the only cat out here that that I can say you can see that between the lionesses like that. It's a very unique social structure in animals out here, and how those females are, very much sisters, even not blood sisters, but sisters in the way that there's no dominant female. There might be one that is more experienced and leads in some ways, especially leads the hunt or something like that, but they are all sort of equals in a lot of ways. There's no dominant female, then the others all fall under her. They work together as a team, and they're fiercely protective of their young, and pride can be a powerful thing. And so I also admire that sort of sisterhood of lionesses as well in the pride. It's a lovely day to do some exercise today, but I won't be running here. I was telling him, Paul, no runs on quarantine today. There's a lion.
We have an exciting announcement. Wild Earth is launching a YouTube membership program. For a nominal monthly fee, members get an ad-free channel, prioritized questions, early access to videos, and many more perks. You'll get fun features like badges and emojis that'll make you stand out in the chat. YouTube memberships will help us to continue with our mission of connecting people with nature while giving you access to lots of our amazing content.
everyone. We are still here with K4, the lion, and we've just repositioned to give you a different view. He must be loving this bit of cooler weather. I think they must get very warm with all that fur on them in the hot months. Yvonne, when a lion does a contact call, which I believe is what this lion was doing this morning, it's a lot softer. They're not sort of calling from their bellies. They're calling from more of their throats, I suppose, is a good way to maybe explain it. When they roar, it's often a territorial display for the males to let other lions know that this place is taken, it's occupied. It can also be sometimes roaring because of the distance between, if a pride gets separated. I mean, I've seen subadults roaring and you can hear in the distance the other part of the pride roaring, and then it actually gets closer and closer and eventually they meet up. So even though they're trying to make contact with each other, it's not necessarily a contact call. It is still a very loud roar that they're trying to communicate with parts of the pride. Contact call is usually over a little bit of a shorter distance. So a mom with cubs, for example, the cubs will contact call, and so like a very soft little call, a lot of shallower than a deep roar. Nori, it is sort of exactly the same process from what I've seen between leopards and lions. They sort of pair off for a few days, 4 to 5 days, and they'll consistently mate throughout that period depending on the female's estrous cycle. She'll be more demanding sort of in her peak period in that time in terms of wanting to mate with him, and then they'll separate that female. Well, because lions are social cats, she will separate from the pride, whereas a female leopard will seek out a male even outside of her territory, if need be, because a male leopard can encompass many females within his territory, so she might have to cross over into another territory in order to find him. And that's what Tiani did the other day when she was mating with Tortoise Pan, which are two leopards that we find in the western parts of this area, very west of Djuma, and actually into other reserves, other properties that are to the west of us. But a similar process, the two of them will pair off for some time and mate throughout that period and then separate again. Oh, hello boy. Good morning. Nothing's really changed out here. Oh. He's looking very well though, very healthy, solid. Julia, no, not at all. They're very different cats, and they occupy very different niches within the environment and the ecosystem. Their social structure is completely different. They sort of can be found in different habitats. They're still out here in the same areas, but leopards, of course, are adapted to be able to climb trees very efficiently. They can camouflage in very dense areas. They're a lot slimmer and smaller in size, of course. More agile in comparison to a lion that's a little bit more bulky and clumsy relative to a leopard. So no, they're definitely not in constant conflict with one another at all. Leopards try and avoid lions. They are a lot bigger and stronger than them. Alright, well, on that note, let's have a look at a clip that talks about cat conflict.
While the big cats spend most of their time asleep, their waking hours are often filled with violent conflicts for mates, food, and territory. There's no room for chivalry amongst leopards. This grizzled old male thinks nothing of stealing food from a hard-working young leopardess. The stability of a cheetah coalition is often shattered by a fight for dominance. A lion's size will always deter its hyena cousins. Confronting the clan can shift the balance. But safety is not always found in numbers. Even a pack of wild dogs can fall prey to a lion. Conflict in the wild rarely ends in a peaceful compromise.
This is On Safari.
I did glance over that way. Shiv, yes, we do run alone. Not necessarily always. Sometimes you can run together, but you can run by yourself. Look, when you are on drive, I usually try and exercise almost immediately after sunrise safari, so that we would have driven this area quite a lot in that time, and you would know sort of what had been seen, what tracks have been around, that sort of thing, so you can be fairly confident that it's safe. But there's the bush, anything can happen at any time. And if usually, actually, on my experience with foot in actual walking and that sort of thing, if you're making a noise and running, or you've got heavy footsteps and things, the animals will be aware of you far before you're aware of them and often move away. I've seen that with lions before. But yes, of course, sometimes there might be elephants or something like that, and usually, like I say, the animals just move away from you. But you have to be vigilant, of course. You can't just be running with earphones and ignore the world around you. But like I say, I try to go straight after our sunrise drives, then I know what's in the area. And like today, there is a lion here, so I will not be running here. I'll be staying in camp for my exercise. And if there is any sighting of any potentially dangerous animal, one just simply backtracks, moves out the way, tries to get behind. With anything but cats, to try and get out of line of sight and move away, and quite easily handled. With cats, you just want to make sure that they see you moving off. It's all about awareness and keeping your awareness levels up. I haven't. Tidal wave. I haven't seen any extra digits on the paws of cats before. Maybe it's occurred. For those of you who may not be aware, that's basically when, like in humans, there would be an extra finger or an extra toe on a foot or hand. But I haven't seen that at all in cats. Or dogs, I suppose. Maybe more likely to possibly be seen in something like baboons or monkeys. I don't know. I haven't personally seen that either, but I also probably haven't had a good enough look at all baboon and monkey hands and feet to be able to say if that has occurred in them or not. Everybody, for those of you who are watching on DSTV, just so you know that there are 3 drives left this afternoon and tomorrow. Tomorrow's 2 drives before we move over to DSTV. Of course, on Monday and Tuesday are non-live days. So from Wednesday, 1st of May, we'll no longer be broadcasting on DSTV. Oh, there's a bird coming in. Oh, what is that? Sorry, everyone. We'll no longer be broadcasting on DSTV, and we'll be moving fully over to YouTube. It is a African harrier hawk that's just flown in and now flown away. Sorry, everyone. And if you are interested in moving over to YouTube, you can do so by opening up the YouTube app and then finding the Wild Earth channel and clicking join, and you can find out more information there, where you'll be able to view content with no ads, which is great, no adverts. And that is from the 1st of May, everyone. So that's there. You can actually hear the starlings are calling, and the starlings and drongos are mobbing this African harrier hawk. It's behind the tree now, we can't see it, but it was cool to see it flying in around here, this line. If we do get a good view, hopefully it comes onto one of these dead trees close by, then Mpho can frame up for you all. I think while this lion is so relaxed here, I don't think he's going to go anywhere or do anything. I'm going to move, see if we can show you this African harrier hawk. It's between this marula and that marula. It's flying back and forth. And I think it'll be nice to change up the view, and it's not far, it's just around the corner. So I'm going to do that, everybody. And then we can come back to this beautiful lion, because it is right here. Will be cool if we can show you this harrier hawk. Like I say, K4, the lion, is very relaxed there. Oh, there it is, on the branch there. Oh, it just went down to the... Okay, I'll carry on. It'll be better if we close up. It's busy hunting, and there's a lot of little birds that aren't happy with its presence bothering it. Flying between these marula trees here. Right there, it just flew there. Let's see. Okay, let me reverse. It keeps moving around. We'll see where it lands next. Reverse slightly. There it is. There we go. There, you can see it. Oh, thank goodness. And that is a African harrier hawk, everyone, on the hunt at the moment, being bothered by a lot of starlings and drongos. It keeps moving around. It's now in that tree. See if we can roll forward just there in the fork of that marula paw. Yeah, there we go. Nice. These virtual starlings are not happy. Let me pull forward again. Oh, it's moving. It's there in that tree now. That darker marula in the shade. Yes, there we go. Just disappeared now, but I'm sure it'll come out soon again. It's just moving up this tree. Still there in that same tree, a little bit higher up. It's a bit in the shadows, everybody. There we go, it's just dropped down. And it's looking for anything in these empty tree cavities, everyone. Hollow tree cavities. It can stick its leg, its head in there and try and grab onto something. Gemma, I'm so glad you're enjoying it. Off it goes again. Let's see where it's going to land this time. I can actually go closer there. African harrier hawk, they're sort of walking along the tree trunks. You can just see actually how windy it is today, everybody. Look at those leaves of that apple leaf tree. Oh, and nice and poor. He's concentrating hard. It'll be so cool if we actually see it catch something. And look how it uses its wings there, everyone, to balance, while its feet are sort of in the cavities and scratching around. It uses the air on the wing to help balance itself. I think actually that tree is quite close to the other road. I'm going to try and reposition us, everybody, if it doesn't move. Hopefully we can do this nice and quickly. The yard is still there. Okay, yeah. We're gonna get a good view now. Fingers crossed. Just gonna try it. It's in this tree just here. Goes. Where are you gonna go to? Oh, please land on this marula. Oh, thank you. And it's off again. Oh, and it's right with the sun behind it, everyone. Sure, we'll have to see if it comes back this way. Ross, absolutely. It really is amazing how they can hang upside down like that. It's flying so low as well. Oh my word, now it's going behind us. I'm just going to reverse. Just looking to see if I can find it again. Boy, he's giving me funny looks here. I know, yeah, that wasn't easy with the backlight. I'm hoping it comes back over to this side, everybody. Then we can give you a really nice view. Oh, there it actually is. Just for you, Paul. You can see its silhouette. That's the best we're going to give you right now on that branch. And it's flying. Come over this way.
I think that's it. Yes?
I think that's it, eh? And Paul's tapping out. He's done. Yes, indeed. Paul's the best. We tried. We did get a good view at a point. It was quite far away, but you could see it doing its thing, which was lovely. So we'll head back to the lion. His muesli, I think he's earned more than just muesli. Maybe so. He's not impressed with the muesli ex-ranger, sorry. He wants his bacon and eggs. At least. Oh, there it comes. We're not gonna, we'll just see if it moves off here. Alright, goodbye African Harrier Hawk. Look, the only time maybe we'll show it again is if it lands with good lighting. Also if it stays in a tree long enough to show it. The lion's still there. I can see it now, both of them, the lion and the bird. Ah, it's flying now. Ah, it's given us the run around today, everybody. That was fun. We tried. Alright, let's head back to this lion that's just here. It's now rolled over onto its back so we can have a look at its belly. Francois, yes, absolutely. I do keep a bird list. There's another person right over there. I definitely keep a bird list. One of my favorite hobbies is to keep my bird list. Hello boy, we're back. We're back. Sorry everyone, that was me adjusting my jacket. No, not at all. There's just been some technical problems with the Sentinel, everyone, so they are trying to sort them out with the signal issues and things like that. We're not exactly sure what the problem is, but the team is on it, so it's just me. It's just me for now. Hopefully he'll be out soon. Of course, that's always the priority. But they're just trying to diagnose the problem on Sentinel while they keep losing picture there. Go ahead. I'm still with this Madoda Ngala quarantine.
Alright, wonderful. Enjoy.
Copy that, thanks. Well, good news. It does seem like Cedars is out and about again. They're just doing some final checks and things to make sure that it's fine, and then I'm sure he would love to say hello to everybody.
We did have some lions. Cedric's probably going to follow that one.
Well, yes, everybody, Panda and myself, we are still alive. Trust me, we are still alive. Unfortunately, yes, there has been a little bit of a tech issue with the cabling on Sentinel, but our tech guru, the Sidle Maxi, he pulled off some magic and got all that sorted out. But that's typical, yeah, you know, we're in the bush. we're driving on bumpy roads and corrugated roads, so those things tend to happen, you know, a little bit of a bump here and a bump there, but we are still going. All right, so we just left camp now. I'm just coming down. I'm just doing the western side of Djuma. And while I want to come down on the western side just to see if anything has popped into this area. If it was for the Kambula male, the K4 male, he came from that side, Shirley's Elephant Plains. He came from the west, he came east. So I just want to double check if there's no other, you know, lions following him this side, or even maybe Tortoise Pan, the male leopard, or Shadulu, the female leopard, hasn't come across onto Djuma. And yeah, let's continue. But thank you, old Amy, for keeping the show, keeping it going. It's always nice if you got content, at least if you got something to chat about. And I'm sure Amy could share a lot of her stories with everybody as well, with her time in the bush. Always nice. Always nice indeed. All right, so yeah, let's head south on this road. Ooh. All right, here's the male leopard tracks coming straight up here. Oh my word. Lola, thank you. This must be Tortoise Pan. All right, let's go around. I know exactly his route. So male leopard tracks coming straight up this road. Beautiful, very fresh. And knowing Tortoise Pan, he would go all the way towards the power lines, Aubrey's for your tele access, and cut across. But this guy can also travel very quickly. No! Let's quickly go. I do apologize for a little bit of a speed wobble here, but yeah, let's try and catch up. You know, with the male leopard, you want to try and go ahead. You want to try and think ahead, because they also cover great distances, just like a lion with their territory. Okay, not as big, but leopard's territory is much smaller. But their territory, they can cover the entire territory very quickly. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Panda, are we going to get Tortoise Pan? Are we going to get... so I've got a feeling about this. We've got 30 minutes, exactly half an hour left of the show. Perky, thanks so much. And let's see if we can at least finish the show with some rosettes. It is Saturday, Perky, and yeah, it'll be nice to get some rosettes on here. So I'm going to go straight to the western boundary. Oh, watch out, Panda, watch out. I'm going to go straight to the western boundary and just quickly check if he hasn't crossed over the western boundary, because if he's crossed over the western boundary, then it's pointless, because if he's gone into Simbambili or Arathusa, then he's gone. All right, let's do it. I actually want to do quickly Impala Plains. All right, let's quickly do it this side. Thanks, Liverpool Bird. We're going to try and do it. As I say, I do apologize a little bit of the speed here, but I just want to try and get ahead of him to see if we can at least pick him up before he crosses over. That's if he hasn't crossed over. Come on, kitty cat. Gotta go right up. I don't think it's Mulwati. See, the problem with Mulwati, we had his tracks yesterday morning going south. The Mulwati ended up going into Little Gowrie Vessels. He was doing that loop. Well, this one's coming back this way. And Tortoise Pan knows how to move. Just have to keep our eyes peeled here. From about, not here, a little bit further. Morning, Impalas. Hello. Oh. This male. Yo. The male impalas at the moment are so busy. It's rutting season happening now, so they are chasing each other all over the show, and they're completely oblivious on what's happening around them. So you'll find this time of the year a lot of leopard kills is male impalas. Lots, not even leopard kills, lion kills, wild dogs, cheetah, even hyenas. They'll go for male impalas at this time of the year because, as I said, they are not concentrating on what's happening around them. They're not concentrating on a predator that's actually busy stalking them. And while they're busy chasing each other around, they can run straight into a predator, and easy pickings for them. Alright, well, we're going to see if we can pick up on tortoise pan here, or this male leopard. Let's say male leopard. Let's head over to Amy.
Good luck, Cedric. We are still here with K4, who has sat up, and as he sat up, the impalas in the background sort of all took note, but no alarm calls, and they are closer now than they have been before, but you can just see how relaxed he is, not interested in them whatsoever. He's looking at these two males on the right that he's actually having a bit of a look at. They're very aware as well, but no alarm calling. Oh. I just can't believe they don't move off. It's really funny. Anyway, but it's lovely to see him with his head up. What a beautiful lion. His mane is blowing in the breeze. Very majestic. I can pull forward. He's going to keep looking in that direction because of the impalas. Oh, that's quite windy. I'm just going to move forward slightly. There we go. Cran, absolutely. I think the word that most appropriately describes a big male lion like this is majestic. Oh, there's the first alarm call I just heard. He is stunning. Look at that face. There's just something about a male lion. It is so impressive. Now we are celebrating Wild Earth's 17th birthday this evening, everybody, and there is a fireside chat which is happening at 7 p.m. for all explorers, Wild Earth explorers and YouTube members. Cedric and I will be going through some of the highlights over the last 17 years, and that is tonight at 7 p.m. You won't believe it, but there are a few drops of rain falling. A little bit of a drizzle passing through with this wind. I think it's just this one cloud that's coming over. I don't think it's anything too serious at this point. So we'll keep you posted on what the weather is doing. Louis, so I've never seen lions do that on purpose, submerge their entire body in water. I suppose if they have to cross a river or something, they have to swim, but no, they don't go and mud wallow like elephants or swim like elephants do when they want to cool off. So I would say hardly ever, Loiso. Oh, he is gorgeous. Wow.
We have an exciting announcement. Wild Earth is launching a YouTube membership program. For a nominal monthly fee, members get an ad-free channel, prioritized questions, early access to videos, and many more perks. You'll get fun features like badges and emojis that'll make you stand out in the chat. YouTube memberships will help us to continue with our mission of connecting people with nature while giving you access to lots of our amazing content.
There goes tortoise span, everybody, a beautiful male leopard. They're just trying to track him down, and off he goes. Oh, that was a quick view of him. Lovely male leopard, eh? Oh, my boy. Bye. All right, let's move out. La da dee 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 dee. All right. Well, at least we got him, and his grass is to Simon Bailey. Oh, and there's a bit of a drizzle coming. Yo. Yo, rain is just coming down here. Sorry, we're gonna quickly. All right. Panda, what do you think? We're gonna try and stop under a tree here. Yo, we don't have a rain roof for Sentinel. Jordan, we're gonna. It's funny. It's sunny, but it's also rainy, and it's a huge wind. Oh my word! Just want to try and quickly duck under a bush here, so at least protect the equipment. You're right there, Panda. All right. All right. Sorry about that, everybody. We just had to quickly duck under a bush for a few minutes here because there's a lot of, quite a bit of a heavy drizzle that's coming in here. Jordan, did you copy? I just want to quickly cover the monitor with this bag. So, there we go. All right, all covered. The monitor. Alright, at least we got the last few seconds of that leopard. That was nice. Typical tortoise pan. I knew exactly his route. No, it's fine. Don't worry, Jordan. We just it looks like it's calming down. I think the big thing here is a lot of wind. So as long as you got a lot of wind, it just will blow the rain over very quickly. Alright, so we'll cover him. Nice. At least we got to see tortoise pan. That was nice. Yes. I think he was very shocked that we found him. When he turned around at us, he gave us a bit of a shocked face there. But sure, there's definitely a cold front that's coming in here now. A nice cold front, very windy, very fine drizzle, and it is quite nippy as well. So winter is on its way. On its way. Panda, you think we can move, eh? You'll be alright to the cam. Are you sure? Yeah, I was a bit worried about the direction now. Because if we're going to drive directly into the wind, the drizzle, the little drops are going to accumulate on the lens itself. That's alright. Well, we've got the Kambula male lion this morning. We found tortoise pan this morning. Well, it is a feline Friday, a cat today, Saturday, so wonderful. Wow, look at that rain. It's just, look at that drizzle. You can see it's coming at an angle because of this wind. This is almost like a Cape Storms. You know the Cape Storms? It's like a Cape Storm that is actually pulling in to the side. But anyway, while we're going to try and cover up, let's head over to Amy.
Very awesome to have a glimpse of tortoise pan. That is fantastic news that he's around, even though he's crossed out. Glimpse is better than nothing. It is also starting to drizzle here, so we're doing the best we can to keep the things dry that need to be kept dry. But this lion has now cuddled itself into a little, I don't know, puddle. Its legs look a bit strange though. Its front legs are very far apart, but it's put its head down over its front leg and is looking out over the distance. Sorry. Sure. I just have my raincoat hoodie on that I think is affecting the audio, so I've just taken that off. And he's looking very sleepy again. Oh, he is gorgeous. I have a feeling he may get up. I don't know. Very unsure. He's been looking around for a while. He did a bit of a head shake. Sometimes these lions at any moment can decide to do something unexpected. If he does stand up, I think those impalas are gonna get a bit of a fright. Even though they know he's here, they still will get a fright and probably alarm call and run off. Rashan, indeed a stunning boy. Couldn't agree more. I think many viewers would. I mean, you can't say that this is not a beautiful animal. No matter where you're from, it's just something about him and a male lion like this that is beautiful and impressive. He is huge. And we've had a really wonderful day today. Oh my goodness. Eventful, lots of rushing around, but I'm glad that we could get here and cover for Sedders as he sorted out the vehicle and tech worked on it, and hopefully the Sentinel is up and going now and there'll be no more issues in the future. Very glad to have that feed again and to have Cedric out and about. But we had fun here with old K4, as well as that African Harrier Hawk cameo this afternoon and this morning. Mafuta, yes, size of his face and paws are. I mean, if I imagine putting my hands around his head, oh, it is just huge. And I mean, those paws are just massive. So much strength and power.
This is On Safari.
Right, everybody, I think we are going to leave this male lion to, I suppose, continue looking out over the plains here. Hopefully he'll still be around in the area this afternoon to follow up on. And while we do that, you are going to head over to Cedric.
Thanks, Amy. Well, we don't have much here. We've got a marula tree that's on screen and a bird that's flying past. Unfortunately, Tortoise Pan got just the last bit, like 15 seconds of him crossing into the west. And then it started drizzling, and we had to try and make our way back to camp area. Emma, thank you so much. Yes, 17 years on the go, Wild Earth. And yes, a big happy birthday to Wild Earth. I think it's fantastic. Even the southern yellow-billed hornbill is saying happy birthday to us. Thank you. Thank you. Let's see what else is happening out around this afternoon. Well, clearly Tortoise Pan has gone west, so he's gone out of the area now. Maybe that Kambula male will remain at that spot for the afternoon. You never know, but it's very windy, very, very windy. It's like almost a cold front has hit us like straight on this morning in the last 30 minutes. There comes more rain, more drizzle on its way. We'll see what else we can find this afternoon. Never know. Well, it's nice just to sit out here in the open clearing and listen out to all the birds. So, because it's our 17th birthday, just remember the fireside chat tonight at 7 p.m. Central African time. It'll be pretty much almost after our sunset safari, and it is open to all the explorers and members on the YouTube channel. So please make sure that you do join Amy and myself, as you will be taking a look at a couple of clips from the last 17 years, some amazing memories. Yes, indeed, and talk about what's been happening over the last 17 years. So, donkey. But yes, from all of us, from the Wild Earth team, we'd like to thank you so much to everybody for joining us on our sunrise safari this morning, and thank you so much for all the comments and questions that you have sent through to us. We do appreciate it. And well, we're going to just sit here. Oh, there's Amy. Hello. There, look. There's Chewy, and there's Muscles and Paul. Chewy and Muscles and Paul. So please make sure that you do join us again this afternoon for On Safari, which will be at 3 o'clock, hosted by Amy on our highlight show, and then 3:30 will be our Sunset Safari. And yes, make sure that you do join us on those shows. But yes, from all of us, from the Wild Earth, it's now drizzling. From the Wild Earth team, have a lovely day further. See you this afternoon. Goodbye.